And our big story tonight is how one family turned to technology to catch a thief. Their summer home had been broken into before, so they turned on the video camera. And look at what they caught. This burglar was caught on tape trying to break into the home. Now the Newsbeat's Mike Lewis shows us how police are using this videotape to catch a thief.
To catch a thief, all you need these days is a video camera. This one, equipped with a motion detector, springs its trap when the burglar tries to kick in the door, not knowing that it's been reinforced. His ego bruised, not to mention his rear end, the suspect remains undaunted. We hear a few more kicks and then a window breaking. David Booth says he and his son were frustrated by all the break-ins at their Rose Township cottage.
So what we did, we said, well, let's put a video camera in. So we had to rig it up so that we could control when it turned on. We couldn't leave it going all the time. So we had infrared sensors outside that triggered it off. And
the video detectives showed their taped evidence to the state police. Investigators used it to tentatively identify the suspect, who apparently used that red and white all-terrain vehicle in the background during several break-ins.
I thought it was great. Anytime the citizen can give us a report of crime, we go there and says, this is the suspect and this is the tape of the suspect doing the crime. We are more than happy to accept the help the citizens give us.
In this case and in previous cases, we've solved 3 cases with this video.
Now investigators hope that someone seeing this tape will provide police with a positive identification, plus maybe a tip where to find their suspect. And Booth is hoping the message gets out about his cottage.
Well, stay away from our place, please.
I think they will after they see this.
Okay, I hope so.
And just in case you missed that first drop kick, let's go to the crook cam for an instant replay. Now that's a pretty good fall, but police say he's got a harder one coming when they catch up with him. Anyone who knows this man is asked to call the State Police Pontiac Post. And by the way, Booth had a second camera he was planning to install, but someone stole it. Mike Lewis, Newsbeat.
Oakland County thief in a Florida jail, all thanks to a high-tech trap. Channel 7's Sandy Hang joins us now live with more on the story. Sandy?
Well, let me show you how this local family caught the culprit trying to break into their cottage. It wasn't anything too sophisticated, just an ordinary 8mm camera that a lot of us use around the house. Using an infrared ray and a motion detector, they caught some very interesting pictures. He's a bold burglar, unaware his every move is being captured in color. He looks around, then tries again. While he's banging around, the camera captures another clue to his identity, a red Apache-style ATV, just like the one spotted near other cabin break-ins. Jeff Booth rigged up the homemade contraption at his summer cottage after a break-in several years ago.
The camera's triggered by infrared sensors, like the ones that set off your flood lamps. We've went in and reworked them so they work 24 hours a day, even if the daylight's out, and that triggers the camera by motion, and they start rolling.
Booth made pictures of the intruder and started doing a little detective work of his own. He got a name and is hoping state police can track him down. The camera has caught vandals before.
A couple of years ago, we had some children, I'd say, ages from 8 to 10, vandalizing the cabin, and that was all caught on tape, and we caught them within 10 minutes of them being there. We just happened to show up and saw the damage, viewed the tape, and went tracking them.
Anytime someone would take the initiative to prevent the crime themselves or to help us out, especially with the video of the guy, we appreciate that very much. We think it's great that he had the incentive to do this and let us have the tape.
The family used an ordinary 8mm camera, just like the ones you see here at Circuit City. I just got off the phone with state police, and they tell me they believe they may have the suspect. They got several tips this afternoon, one which led them to Fort Lauderdale, and a man that is in jail there accused of a home invasion there. They've had a photograph of him faxed back to them. They believe it could be him, but they're waiting for a picture to come in the overnight mail to make sure he could be the one. Back to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Sandy. Now, the suspect may be responsible for other break-ins in western Oakland County. Here's a look at his description in case you think he may have hit your home. He's 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighs 130 pounds, has sandy brown hair. He drives a red all-terrain vehicle.
A daredevil driver tries to outrun a Royal Oak train.
I think he was the first car on the other side, and I guess he just didn't want to wait.
Tonight, the latest on a test of fate at a dangerous railroad crossing.
A bungled burglary caught on tape. See for yourself how one homeowner caught a bad guy in the act.
A bumbling burglar attempts a break-in, but he's caught on tape. Coming up, see how a candid camera catches the crook in the act. Now police are hot on his trail.
Here's a vandalism and burglaries at their Rose Township cabin. The Booth family had enough, so they rigged a video camera with a motion detector, and boy, did they get results. Hit his head. Although the burglar wound up on his wallet, he apparently went around the back. He broke in a window. Then the infrared burglar alarm went off, and the guy took off. Once the Booths had their video, though, they tracked down that suspect.
We were basically hot on the trail, and my boys found a construction site on the other side of the lake and started watching the people working. And they saw a guy who looked just like this guy.
Booth family got the suspect's name and address, but by the time Michigan State Police came after him, he had changed his address. Anyone who has seen this man, who is apparently wanted in Livingston County for delinquent child support, is asked to contact the Michigan State Police.
Very good news. Meanwhile, a man tries to break into a Rose Township home, but the owner has set a trap that's caught on tape. Now state police are asking for your help in finding this man, and Fox 2's Lauren Bishop is here with the details. Lauren?
Well, Micah, when David Booth's summer home was repeatedly broken into, he got frustrated and angry. And with technology as his weapon, he vowed to snare the suspect, and he's not the only homeowner who's fighting back. The suspected thief can't break down the door of David Booth's Rose Township summer home. Instead, the owner takes something from him, his picture. The video police are now using to track him down.
For many, many years, the cottage had been broken into and vandalized and graffiti and that type of thing, and we were just fed up with it.
The video shows the suspect casing the house, his red and white all-terrain vehicle parked on the lawn. Police say the man is suspected in a string of home break-ins.
We're hoping that the video will bring forth someone who could positively say, this is the subject, and I know him, and this is where he's at.
David Booth built his own home security system after a break-in 10 years ago. Unable to find the supplies he needed, he rigged up some motion sensors, his home video camera, and connected it all to his own VCR. And it definitely did the trick. This man ended up breaking a window, setting off an alarm, and getting away with nothing. And that video apparently paid off. Police now, we're told, have a suspect who's being held in a Florida jail. Now, those tiny cameras that are the size of a thumbnail and can see through a pinhole only cost about $200. So, Micah, that certainly makes fighting back a whole lot easier.
We showed you the dramatic video of a thief trying to break into a home. Well, now police have used that same tape to catch the suspect in the case. The Newsbeat's Mike Lewis is here now with the details. Mike?
Well, Devin, if only every case were this easy. An Oakland County homeowner sets up a video camera to catch a thief, and it works. He gives the tape to police, who distribute it to the media. A short time after it airs, the police switchboard lights up. Yesterday, this burglar's identity was a mystery. Police had a good picture of him, in living color, trying to kick in the door of a cottage in Rose Township. He didn't know the door was fortified. Shortly after the stories aired, state police in Pontiac received a flurry of tips, more than 30 in all. Most of them had some information about the man or his vehicle, that red and white all-terrain vehicle in the background. 3 or 4 people confirmed his name, Glen Biliouris. And one caller knew his current address, the Broward County Jail in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
I know it's great. Anytime the citizen can give us a report of crime, we go there and says, this is the suspect and this is the tape of the suspect doing the crime. We are more than happy to accept the help the citizens give us.
The 28-year-old man was locked up in Florida November 12th when he was arrested for home invasion. Police say he was a transient whose family lives in Connecticut. Florida authorities faxed a copy of his mugshot and fingerprints to investigators here to confirm he's the right man. They say Biliouris is wanted for a string of break-ins in Oakland County. David Booth of West Bloomfield, who along with his son set up the camera, is happy it paid off.
In this case and in previous cases, we've solved 3 cases with this video.
Now police here are trying to get warrants, so Florida authorities will hold the man in case he tries to bond out of jail down there. Mike Lewis, Newsbeat.
Can a little boy's plea to Santa really find a new heart for his baby sister? Plus, Madonna talks about the movie, the baby, and that bad boy Dennis. Inside Edition from New York is next.
Mama Madonna gives Oprah her first sit-down since she gave birth, and she's slam-dunking Dennis.
He says he would like to apologize or...
Really?
I read that too.
Well, he better crawl from here to China.
A little boy writes a heartbreaking letter to Santa. All I want is my new baby sister to come home. Today, can this family get their Christmas miracle? A new heart for baby Rachel. Well, this would-be burglar didn't get what he came for, but the homeowner got a great shot. We'll tell you what happened next.
Ever been burglarized knows the sense of anger and frustration you're left with. Well, after one man in Michigan was robbed repeatedly, he went high-tech. And police say it worked. Here's Scott Rappaport.
When this would-be burglar tried to break into Jeff Booth's home, he picked the wrong house. Unbeknownst to the visitor, Jeff had installed a high-tech security system to protect his summer home. And in October, his efforts paid off when this uninvited guest was caught on tape.
Cameras triggered by infrared sensors, like the ones that set off your flood lamps. We've went in and reworked them so they work 24 hours a day, even if the daylight's out. And that triggers the camera by motion, and they start rolling.
The intruder leaps at the reinforced door and tries unsuccessfully to force it open several times before being scared off by an alarm. Well, Jeff had still pictures made of the criminally challenged man, and now, thanks to his trusty videotape, a suspect is in custody in Florida.
Anytime someone would take the initiative to prevent the crime themselves or to help us out, especially with the video of the guy, we appreciate that very much.
By the way, the videotape also shows the man's all-terrain vehicle in the background of the picture, the same type of vehicle reportedly spotted near the scene of a number of other home break-ins.